Hey everybody, and welcome to Joker's Website. I am Logo,
I'm Jax.
and today we got a lot of news to cover. Um, but first of all, how was your week? How was your weekend?
Man, I had an absolute blast. If you
Hmm.
guys didn't know, we ended up going to I
SmackDown.
keep saying WrestleMania, man.
Yeah, yeah,
Every time somebody was like, "What'd you do during the weekend?" I was like, "Oh, I went to WrestleMania." It's like, yeah, I went back to the past or went into the future.
yeah. No, WWE SmackDown.
Yes.
Yeah, we went to SmackDown last Friday. It was a double show. It was a lot of fun. If you could tell, definitely bought a jersey. He has a hat that he forgot to bring.
Yeah, I was preoccupied with looking for anti-dandruff soap.
Gotcha.
And I was just like, oh, I gotta go. And then got the hat.
It's all right. It happens.
But
But thanks, Paco. It was for getting us the swag. We definitely had a good time. A lot of pretty good matches, and then a debut on SmackDown that we will talk on Friday because it's gonna
oh,
happen
excuse me.
on Friday. But anyways, we're gonna get right into it as we have quite a bit of news. Um, the NFL honors were actually done 2 weeks ago, and we forgot to talk about it. And they completely changed everything that we thought was going to happen. Coach of the year was Cleveland Browns coach. I can't remember his name for the life of me. I'll bring it up right now. Nope, wrong one. But also defensive player of the year was
Lamar, or no, let's see here. I have it pulled up
mhm.
now. You little junker. MVP, offensive. You said defensive?
Defensive player of the year was Myles Garrett from
Mm-hmm.
Cleveland Browns. Coach of the year was also from Cleveland. I just can't remember his name.
Kevin Stefanski.
Stefanski, yeah, that fucking guy. I mean, he did a good job. I'm not saying he didn't. The thing is, personally, I think,
Man, they were pretty biased on the Cleveland Browns
yeah,
this year.
a lot of bias towards them. But
And the Texans.
I mean, Texas did deserve
Texans deserved it.
offensive rookie of the year
Oh, yeah.
with C.J. Stroud, and then uh,
The defensive rookie was Will Anderson Jr.
all
Houston, Texas is obviously putting in some work, man.
yes,
For
definitely,
their rookies, at least.
yeah, it looks like that at least. But there was definitely some bias here. Um, and then MVP.
TJ Watt deserved MVP.
Huh.
And how's it going, mommy? We got bobblehead in the chat.
TJ Watt doesn't play football anymore,
Butter.
brother. Sorry,
Butter.
you
You're
know what?
butter now.
You're butter now. You know where I was going with, but
Hey, butter.
and then MVP of the league was Lamar Jackson, as he almost single-handedly won it. I think only one other person was voted as not possible, which was Bills quarterback Allen. But I
Oh,
think,
and this is his second time winning
yeah,
MVP.
yeah, person. This is
And he's the fifth person to win multiples.
that's JJ Watt, dude, not TJ. No, no, he's right. You're right. My bad. Got the names wrong. One of them is retired. One of
Getting
them is still
mad.
playing.
It's okay. I accused Lord Atomic of falsehoods earlier this week, so
Yeah, yeah. I don't know why they named their kids so similar names. They're gonna forget them anyways. Now make it even worse. Anywho, moving on. The NFL Honor Awards eventually. Congratulations to them. I think they were a little off on some of them
hmm.
specifically.
Well, I know that you were happy about Christian McCaffrey for offensive player.
Yes. Also, comeback player of the year. No, they got it completely
Joe
wrong.
Flacco.
Yeah, no. As even other people said, he came back from death.
He
You
went.
can't come back from more. That is Bill's corner, I think.
Yeah.
But regardless,
Flacco went unsigned during the off season, then the preseason, half the regular season. 39 MVP, Flacco, Cleveland. 2 weeks later, he got his first start with the Browns and became the first quarterback in NFL history to throw more than 250 yards and multiple touchdowns in his first 5 games with a new team. Over those 5 starts, Flacco led NFL with 1,616 passing yards. With Flacco behind center, Cleveland won 4 games in a row to clinch its first playoff appearance since 2020, which isn't that far, but it's still an achievement statement.
Yeah, Damar Hamlin deserved it. I think you can't come back from more than from death. Come on, guys.
Yeah.
That was a bad choice, a terrible choice. I'm not saying nothing bad about Joe Flacco. I think the choice was obvious for everybody. It should have been Damar Hamlin from the Bills.
Yeah. Joe Flacco, yeah, he got his it was all the whatever, but if he actually stayed signed during the entire season, then it wouldn't have ever happened. But that's if, ands, or buts.
Yeah, but I think that was a bad choice.
Yeah.
Regardless, talk about a little bit more, especially with the shooting that happened here in a celebration party with the Kansas City Chiefs. 2 minors have been charged with the shooting for the Kansas City and also for the murder of the radio host, right? Correct?
Yes, I don't remember her name. It was Lisa something.
Tejano or something like that. But regardless, due to that shooting, Taylor Swift has given
Lisa Lopez Galavan.
Okay. But Taylor Swift has donated a big chunk of money for the shooting victims. Obviously for the family of Galavan.
Lisa. Yep, the Galavan family.
And then also some other victims through that. But for all those that hate on Taylor, I guess this could shut them up just a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, just a little bit. Yeah, just a little bit. Other good news, though, is that Seattle has mentioned to their quarterback, Geno Smith, that they're going to let him get his guaranteed money that is due to him if he stays signed till this Friday. So it looks like they're going to keep him at least till then.
Oh, nice.
And let them have his money and then maybe get rid of him. I'm not sure about that part. But, yeah, that's something nice, Seattle. Business-wise, I don't know if it's a smart move.
Okay. Makes sense.
I mean, come on. But, I mean, it shows a human side to Seattle, at least after what they just did to their coach.
Yeah.
Horrendous thing they did to their coach. But speaking of other rumors, there's rumors speculating that Russell Wilson will not be the only star leaving Denver this offseason.
Dang, okay.
Yeah, so it looks like Denver's going to go through a slight rebuild.
I think that they could benefit from this. Not that Denver necessarily played bad in all games, but they were pretty rough on the edges on quite a few games.
Yes, I mean that one blowout from Miami was 70 points or something like that.
Yeah,
ridiculous. But it seems like obviously they're gonna do some rebuild, some adjustments, and see if they could get back into the playoffs and maybe a Super Bowl win here. But with Kansas City in that division, Chargers with their new head coach, Raiders who are always a tough out, at least I think so.
Yeah.
Who knows what could happen next year, but we'll see. Speaking of the Raiders, their quarterback Jimmy G has been suspended for PEDs, performance-enhancing drugs.
Oh, yikes!
Yes. So this is an error on him and his doctors, is what I'm hearing.
Okay, so it was unintentional PED.
See, yeah. So the case is that, as men get older, certain hormones tend to drop levels. So in order to get what you need from doctors, you got to get that approved.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the channels didn't go through the right channels to get approved on time, and so it might be just like a what's that called? Nitpicky on certain things.
Yeah.
Called semantics.
Yeah, it's semantics of why he got suspended.
Yeah, but it's still technically PEDs, but
Yeah.
unfortunately he got caught. He didn't go through the right channels on time or whatever.
And how long is he suspended for?
2 games, the first 2 games of next season, if he's even in a team on a team.
Yeah.
So rumor has it that the Raiders are also planning to get rid of him this year. Unfortunately, he continued to get injured and did not prove to be what they needed on the quarterback position. Speaking of releasing, the Bears have released veteran safety Jackson and guard Whitehair. Whitehair.
Yeah, Whitehair.
Whitehair.
That's at least how you have a rope.
Yeah. I'm not too familiar with Whitehair, but safety, their Jackson was very good for multiple seasons for them, and kept the team somewhat. No, they were dead last year. What can I say? I mean, completely on. They kept them from being completely defeated.
Okay.
So
yeah.
he's definitely played well, but unfortunately, it seems like they're doing a rebuild yet again. The Bears can't seem to get it together, and it sucks for them. I know Dylan. There's a lot of fans. Dylan, my aunt's boyfriend in Portland, is a big fan of the Bears.
Okay.
There's plenty of Bears fans everywhere. It just seems like they can't get it together the last couple of years. So
Yeah, I know surprisingly a large amount of Bears fans. And by surprising is
2.
Yeah, 2. But the amount of Steelers or 49er fans out here is absolutely insane.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's crazy here. But other news on the flip side of that, wide receiver Nelson Agholor has signed a 1-year extension with the Ravens.
Okay.
They're keeping him. He is a little bit more of a vet now, so I think it's going to be a year-to-year basis going forward with him.
Heck yeah, it's always nice for somebody to have their talent recognized.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, they're going to need weapons next year, and I think Ravens are going to come back to hopefully do a revenge run to the playoffs and hopefully get to the Super Bowl now. This year was a complete letdown at the end against Kansas City. So I'm guessing they're going to come in harder than ever next year and try to get that ring. But we will see.
Oh, yeah. We only can sit and watch.
Yeah. And then final NFL news here before we move on. Running back Mike Davis has announced his retirement after 8 years and 6 different teams. I did see Arizona.
Sounds like my love life, man. No, I'd be lucky if I played for 6 different teams.
Well, it seems like he didn't win a Super Bowl, as far as I could tell, but he did, 8 seasons, 6 teams. Maybe he was not the best, but he was always there to play, always there showing up. And I think the NFL, after 5 or 6 years, your benefits kick in for the rest of your life, pretty much. So.
Oh no, that's pulling up the wrong guy.
Jeez, what are you looking at over here?
Apparently it's some guy that was in 1996, 1997. I don't know. I was trying to see notable achievements from Mike Davis, but
that's a common name.
Yeah,
Mike.
I probably would have had to search up specifically running back,
back,
but now I can't be bothered.
Well, moving on to NBA. There was this weekend. Was the All-Star weekend. It took place in Indianapolis, Indiana. It was a weird weekend. As one. Obviously, the All-Star games are not looked upon or with favor, at least for most of the players, as there's not a lot of incentives. NBA is being one of the ones that they do have more incentives for it. But with that, Magic's player Mac McClung wins the back-to-back slam dunk champion or contest with the dunk over Shaquille O'Neal.
Oh, nice.
Which is very nice. Warriors Steph Curry wins the 3-point challenge, beating out a WNBA star. Yes, a woman was involved in this too. Apparently, she's a great 3-point shooter. Was not aware of her till that day.
Heck yeah. I mean, I can't say that I've particularly watched WNBA. The most news that I know about WNBA is stuff that gets too political to talk about on here.
Yeah. So yeah, exactly. So we're not gonna touch it too much. And then the East destroys the West. The East team of the All Stars in the West gets destroyed by them. 211 to 186.
Man.
This game was ridiculous. No defense was played, obviously, by the score. Uh, Reporters, news talks, hosts, and all this, like the sports shows, they were burying the game. Yeah, they did not like the fact that there was no defense played. They pretty much scored and went to the sidelines. It looked like,
Yeah.
like, go ahead, score. We'll get it back. We'll do the same.
Yeah, I mean 211, 186. That's a high scoring game.
It is.
I remember one of my first basketball games that I actually could remember. It was the Jets and maybe the Bucks or the Jazz and the Bucks or something like that. And it was like 116 to 86 or something like
Yeah,
that.
but this is ridiculous.
Yeah, but that's insane. I thought 116 was a high scoring game.
That is. So this was almost 400 points.
Yeah, that's a lot of freaking points across two teams.
Yeah. But with that, Dame Lillard wins the All-Star MVP with 39 points, like 6 assists and a few rebounds, or vice versa. But yeah, this game was shit on really by the newscast, the sports talk shows, and everything. I did not watch it as obviously I was at work, but it did not look like people enjoyed it one bit.
Nah, I would imagine why people would have struggled with enjoying this match.
Yeah, exactly. But on other news, during that same weekend, LeBron James has mentioned that he wants to end his career with the Lakers. So that's good news for me as I am a Laker fan. The problem is he is getting to the end of his career. How long more will he last? We will see. But with that, there's also rumors that I didn't put it there, but there's rumors that this offseason, the Lakers are eyeing a potential signing of a superstar.
Oh, nice.
Like a very big name. No, nothing has been said of what it is, who it is, or what. But there's big rumors from someone that is in the know. That did not want to say anything about that besides there's a rumor.
Yeah, there's a rumor of.
Yeah. So
we like those.
Yeah, we like those. Leaves us open ended, but I am excited regardless. Hopefully it does happen, and hopefully they could gel together to hopefully bring another ring home to LA. Hey, I want Lakers to win all the time. Let's be honest.
You can't tell it from the camera, but he is wearing an LA hat.
Yes, LA everything pretty much. Moving on now to NHL.
Yeah, you can't see it.
No, it's black on black. You can't
Yeah.
see it. NHL. Boston, who has been in pretty much the top of the league all year, has now fallen to number 2.
Over in the Western?
No, in the whole fucking league. They were number 1. That's including the Western and the Eastern conferences. Now only behind Vancouver, it's the difference of them is 1 point.
So it's the Canucks right now.
Vancouver Canucks. Yep.
And it's 80 and 77, so they're leading by 3 right now.
Oh, 3. Okay, so they added more. But with that said, the top 5 teams of the whole league, the point differential from the 1 to 5 is 5 points.
Mm-hmm.
That is 2 wins. Well, 2 wins and a little bit extra. So this race to the top, it is heavy. The top, I think, 8 to 10 teams, are 10 points. That is only a few games. If you go on the slide, you could drop quickly here. So with Boston trying to win the back-to-back best record of the league, they got to stay focused. They got to stay on top of it. If not, they're going to drop quickly.
Looks like it's within 9 points of each other for top 10.
Yeah, so it's a tight race for the top 10 teams. So regardless, this might be a photo finish here to the playoffs. So excited for that. It's going to be a good few months of hockey. Moving on now to baseball. Obviously, like you said, I have the LA hat, obviously Dodgers.
LA anything.
LA everything. I'm gonna put them on there. At least the Utah gets a baseball team, or and a hockey team, and then
Mm-hmm.
I will be putting them more. But also, in NBA news, Jazz didn't have much news this week, so I couldn't really blow it up as we would have liked.
Yeah, no, the Jazz are pretty low on the totem pole right now.
Yeah, I think they're in the playoffs, but it's very rarely go down more.
He goes, go down more.
No, go to the other one. Sorry.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, they're out of the playoffs. They're 11th.
Yeah. Rip the Jazz, man.
Yeah, we're in position away from getting into the playoffs, so let's go.
Golden State Warriors, Lakers.
Jazz, Kings. What's the differences? Oh, by one game.
Yeah.
One game difference. All of them.
Rip.
Yeah, it's gonna be a tight race for that too. Anyways, moving on to baseball. LA Dodgers third baseman Anthony Redmond said that baseball has never been his top priority. In other words, he was saying that pretty much his family, God, well-being, and then baseball, which is understandable. Is it what you want to be hearing from your one of your stars? I don't know.
I mean, I always feel like baseball's been that realm of everything that he just said.
I mean, it kind of belongs there. A lot of people say it. Unless you're in Texas, it's football instead of baseball. But
baseball is America's sport.
I think football overtook it a long time ago.
Well, yeah.
But anyways, back to the Lakers. Their pitcher that they just acquired from the Angels, Otani, seems to be back at full as he homered at his first batting practice after coming back from his elbow surgery. So it was a big pop from the fans and the team that was there. So it looks like he's back at it. It looks like his elbow is A-okay.
Nice.
Yeah, so I'm excited for that because not only is he a great pitcher, he could hit homers. This is even rarer.
Nice.
So I'm so excited they could put it this way. A lot of the signings they did this offseason is to get to another ring. And a lot of people are calling them the villains of the Major League Baseball. And it seems like they're embracing
LA about to have their villain arc, man.
Hell yeah, let's go. Hate me now.
They're about to turn into the Raiders.
Oh, jeez. I mean, yeah. I mean, that's been held for the Yankees for many, many years. I guess it's time for the Dodgers to do it. But with that said, we're going to do something. Well, at least I am. Going to pick some games here coming up for this week. Unless you want to jump in and pick some as well.
No, I tried looking at it and it was all hogwash for me.
Okay.
So.
Okay, sounds good. So I'll go into this one. It'll be a little bit of a tangent, but most of it is going to be NHL, and because the NBA does not come back till Thursday. They're taking a little break here after the All-Star. So I picked the games that look more interesting to me, not just that I'm the favorite or my favorite teams.
Yeah.
On Tuesday, we got the Predators and Golden Knights, who are very similar records. They're in the hunt for the playoffs for the top spot. You want to read off the records for the Predators and the Las Vegas Golden Knights?
If I pull up the right people, I'm on the wrong thing.
Predators, go down.
Where am I?
Nope.
Who are you?
So click to the other one. The Predators are right there. Go up a few.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Predators. 28 wins, 25 losses.
Golden Knights are lower. Second, right there.
Golden Knights. Golden Knights are definitely leading. 70 points to the Predators 58.
Okay.
The Predators spread is -12 to the Golden Knights, which is +28.
Okay.
So this could be a pretty fancy game.
Yeah. I think Predators have good games, and then they fall they fall big.
Yeah, because they're running pretty close to 28 wins, 25 losses. They're pretty
even.
Yeah, pretty evened out.
Yeah. The next one I have for Tuesday night is the Stars versus the Rangers. Dallas Stars are on that same page on top.
Stars, oh yeah, okay. Stars are top of Central Division at 76 points.
Then you have to go to the Eastern for the Rangers.
The Rangers. Rangers is the top of their division
Yep.
of the Metropolis at 65 points. So this might put the Rangers into a tying position. They are on a 7-win streak compared to the Stars, which are on a 2-loss streak.
Okay.
So they might have that energy to
the momentum.
Yep, to
Definitely.
blow through, and what's better than stopping somebody else on their 8th win?
Yeah. So I think the Golden Knights will take the first game. I think, unfortunately, as much as I want to see the Stars win, I think the momentum is too hot on the Rangers. The Rangers will take this one. And the last one for Tuesday is on the Western Conference. Is Vancouver Canucks versus Avalanche. The Canucks are first place on the Pacific.
And then Avalanche is second place on the Central Division.
Which is it's gonna be a good game because this could switch out. What's the point differential there?
It's 8-point difference between the Canucks and the Avalanche.
All right.
So this would hold them. They Canucks are on a 2-lose streak right now. But man, is their spread absolutely crazy at 56 points compared to the Avalanche's 28. This is going to be a close game.
I'm picking the Avalanche to get a little closer to the top of their division.
I would agree,
especially with the Canucks dropping the last two. On Wednesday, I only got one game. Sorry, the Oilers, who are on the Western, they should be on the third or.
Yep, they are third in the Pacific Division.
Yep. And then Bruins, who are on the Eastern Division, and they should be first on their right there, the top one.
Yes.
And what's the point differential there?
So Oilers are 37-point differential. 67 points is their regular standing points.
Mm-hmm.
And then Bruins is 77. So by a whole 10 points, Bruins are still pretty hot. I don't know. Would you still argue that they are? Well, I guess you can't say that they're the best team yet because the Canucks are currently best in league overall.
Yeah, and then the Oilers are 7-3 in the last 10. The Boston Bruins are 4-4-2, if I saw it correctly.
The Bruins?
Yeah, it's in the last 10, 4-4.
4-4-2.
Yeah, I'm picking the Oilers on this one. I think they're gonna ride this hot hand since they've been. I think the last 20 or so, they've only had like 5 losses, 15-5 or something.
Yeah,
like that.
So they're 7-3 right now. Are we
10.
able to see? No, it gets too complicated.
Yeah, no, but the last 10, at least they're 7-3. And then for Thursday, I got a few more games here. We got the Las Vegas Golden Knight on the Western versus Toronto, who I think is on the Eastern. Yeah.
What's Toronto's?
Maple Leaf right there.
Maple Leaf.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we have 68 points with differential points of 27. They are currently in their last 10, 8-0 with a 4-win streak. That is the Maple Leafs. And for the Golden Knights, you have them at 70 points with a 28-point differential. So I could see this being a tie. If the math is working, how math is mathing, then they should tie out here. Golden Knights are 6-3-1 with a 1-win streak.
Yeah, I'll pick the Golden Knights here. This one I'm being a little biased, but it's going to be a good game regardless. Then we have LA Kings, who are right 2 below there versus the Predators.
Predators
are on the Eastern.
No, Predators are right here.
No, those are Panthers.
Predators.
Oh, those are Predators. Panthers on the Eastern. Okay, I got it confused. All right. So LA versus Predators.
Okay. Point differential. They Kings have 68 points, and the Predators have 58. Predators are currently in a point spread of -12. And the Kings are +20. Kings have 4-win streak right now to the Predators' 1-win streak. The last 10s for the Kings was 5-3-2, and the Predators was 3-6-1.
Ooh, it's gonna be a close game regardless. It seems like you said, the numbers match up very well. I choose the Kings here. Like I said again, their numbers are a little better, but also a little biased as I am wearing an LA hat here. The other game I have is Detroit Red Wings versus Colorado Avalanche. Colorado's right there.
Yeah, Avalanche, 72 points, 28-point differential. Their last 10 was 5-4-1. They're on a 1-win streak. And the Red Wings are currently 64 with a 15-point differential. Their last 10, 6-3-1. And they are on a 2-winning streak.
This is going to be a tough game. Like I said, I've been picking close games that I think are going to be close games. Avalanche go back up there. What are their 5-4-2 winning streak? 1? I don't want to go against the Avalanche because I think they're going to be one of those contenders. but I think Detroit Red Wings take this one to booster to a 3-game winning streak for them. And then the last one I have is all in the Eastern, I'm pretty sure. The Carolina Panthers versus the Florida Panthers versus the Carolina Hurricane. Hurricane are number
Hurricane
2.
is second in division of the Metropolis.
Mhm.
And Panthers
Second.
are second in the Atlantic Division.
Mhm.
With the Hurricanes, we have 71 points. Panthers 76 points.
Close.
The differential is Panthers are generally leading a 50-point differential compared to the Hurricanes 29. You have the last 10 for the Panthers is 9-1-0 with a 5-win streak.
Ooh.
And the Hurricanes at 8-2-0 with a 3-win streak.
Dude, this game is gonna be fire. I think this is gonna be probably the game of the night here, even though the other 3 games were gonna be good. I don't want to do it, but I'm gonna give it to the Panthers. They're the hot hand. They're 5 streak, and they're 9-1 in the last 10. Yeah, the Panthers will take this one, although it will be an amazing game, I believe so. This could probably lead up to the playoffs and then a rematch here for them. And then finally, for the NBA, I got a few games here. We got on Thursday, we got the Lakers versus Golden State Warriors, which they were like right neck and neck right there. No, you had it right in the West.
Okay.
They're,
I don't even remember the teams anymore.
9 and 10. The Los Angeles Lakers and Golden State Warriors. They're like at each other's throats there.
Yeah, their percent win is off by 0.3.
It's a game and a half differential from position. I think the Lakers will take this one just because biased on this one. But maybe Steph Curry with that 3-point win, the 3-point challenge win, he might come in hot and beat down the Lakers. Who knows? We also got the Magic, who are in the Eastern, versus the Cavs, who are also in the Eastern. Excuse me, Orlando Magic, and right there,
Magic.
And Cleveland Cavaliers was number 2.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, there's going to be... They're both in playoff contention right now.
And they're both on a 1-win streak. The last 10 for the Cavaliers was 9-1. The last 10 for the Magic was 7-3. Where's the game being held?
I think in Cleveland. Go to games, and they'll show you the Thursday game right there. At Cleveland. I have Cleveland taking this one. They're the better team, the better record, and they're home.
Their home is 19-9.
Yeah. What is the Orlando's away?
I've lost Orlando's
8.
Magic away is 12-17.
Yeah, Cleveland will take this one hands down, and get closer to being that number 1 spot. But I think they still got a ways to go. Then after that, we got the Knicks versus the 76ers, also in the Eastern Conference. The Knicks are number 4, and the 76ers are
5.
5. 4 and 5. Woo!
Nice. Yeah, so they're one. The 76ers are 1 win away from the Knicks. The Knicks are currently on a 4 losing streak.
Well, the 76ers are on a 1-game losing streak.
Yes, but the last 10 games looks a lot better for the Knicks at 5-5 compared to the 76ers at 3-7.
They're playing at Philly. What is their home record? It says 17-11.
Philly is 17-11, and then Knicks away is 14-14. So it's kind of coin flip for Knicks away.
This one's a pick 'em for me, to be honest with you. I'll take the 76ers here, but just barely. It'll be a tight game. Then we got the Suns and the Mavericks on the Western Conference. They're both in the playoffs. Suns right there.
Suns are 5, Mavericks are 7. Mavericks are currently on a 6-win streak compared to the Suns' 2-win streak. They have matching 10-10s at 7-3. And then words, yep.
Yeah, words. Yeah, this one I'm giving it to. They're playing Mavericks place. Nope, I'm giving it to the Suns. I think they'll pull away a win here in the Dallas Mavericks home stadium. It's gonna be a
Alright.
good game. And then the final game for Thursday that I'm picking is the Los Angeles Clippers, who are number 3 spot, versus the number 2 spot, the Thunder.
Oh, we already know who you're choosing off of how you announce the names.
Say it again.
LA Clippers and the Thunders.
Who do you think I'm picking?
The Thunders.
I'm leaning that way, but let's read off the numbers real quick. Let's see what we got.
So we have the Clippers are 1 game behind on a win. They both have 17 losses.
So it's half a game.
Yeah, they're off by half a game. I mean, you're talking 0.004% chance win.
Difference.
Yeah.
Wow.
At home, Thunder's 21-6. Clippers are 20-6. Away 16-11. Away 16-11. Thunder's on a 2-win streak and Clippers on a 1-win streak. If you look at the last 10, Thunders are 6-4. Clippers are 7-3.
Jeez, talk about a
What
push.
what a
Talk about
freaking
push.
mirror image,
Yeah.
man.
Give me the Clippers here to get a win. A very tight game in the Thunder Stadium. It's gonna be tough. Let's go Clippers. If there's a year for you guys to win a championship, which you haven't done in all your career, and you still want to talk smack, let's do it this year. Prove me wrong. Prove me right. But other than that, those are our picks till Thursday night. Friday we'll be doing some more picks here. Tell us if you agree or disagree here in the comments. Who you picked, who you got to surprise everybody. Give us a surprise pick here. But other than that, that's our sports here for today. Do we want to take a break, or did you just fly through it?
No, we're fine.
You're fine.
What are your score predictions for the game on Wednesday? RSL Inter Miami.
Ooh.
I have it in a tie 1-1. I still don't know much about soccer.
Hey, Sadler.
All I know is the ball moves from here to here to here, and that's about it.
Quick question for Lord Atomic is what's his name? Messi playing for Miami. I'll take Messi and Miami winning 2-1. If he's not, I'll take the draw.
Inter Miami.
Yep.
More about this game. 60% for Inter Miami, and this is the win probability from Google. 21% chance draw, and Real Salt Lake at a 19% win chance.
Oh,
That's just the stats for the game.
yeah. Messi is playing. I'm taking Miami to win 2-1. Maybe a surprise going to 3-1, but I definitely do not see Salt Lake winning this one just yet. I need to see more of them before I could lean that way. But with Messi there, I think that's a +1 goal anyway. So if you think if there's a tie probability, I think they're gonna win 2-1 though. That's my pick for that. I know soccer is about to get going here soon. So remember Fridays we're gonna have Clay, Lord Atomic, join us and talk about soccer specifically. But with that said, let's move on to some pro wrestling. We gonna start off with what we saw on Friday night.
Oh man, what a freaking match.
The whole show was good.
Yeah, I would say that the whole show was good. Definitely on the second portion of SmackDown, the doubleheader that we had.
Mm-hmm.
You definitely feel the momentum change, and a lot of it is just you had a lot happen in the first showing and what we ended up seeing and how it ended, man.
Yes, man. We'll get to that before
Yes.
but we're gonna go over the show real quick. We did not see the first match of Miami and Alba Fire, however you pronounce
Alba Fire, I would say Fire.
it. Yeah. Well, we didn't see that match as we were standing in line getting some merch.
Yeah, I missed out on my hat. No, you gotta show the back now.
Oh, yeah.
The back is the coolest part.
Right there. Hopefully. You see it?
Yeah. That's good enough.
All right.
And that's for Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yep. And it says Salt Lake City 316 I just kicked your ass. Anyway,
I really wanted to get that shirt,
mhm.
but I was just like, nah, I only can really get like one thing tonight. So I ended up going with a hat. Granted, it was ended up covered by Paco. Again, thank you, Paco. I
Uh-huh.
appreciate it.
Yeah, much
And
love.
next time,
We got
apparently,
you.
I got y'all.
Yeah. And then he got himself like iced out frozen Cody skull.
Yeah.
It was so cool. The back was also very nice. But regardless, we missed the first match, and Naomi did win and qualify for the Elimination Chamber that we'll talk about more in a bit.
Mm-hmm.
The second match, that's when we sat down
We walked in
to
and
the entrance of Dominic.
well, no, they had already been fighting. When you sat down after we sat down after like 2 minutes.
Okay.
Kevin Owens and Dirty Dom were already fighting. And man, was it nice to sit down and just the first thing you see Dominic Mysterio getting thrown left and freaking right, man.
Loved it. It was a great match, and I expected Dom to win specifically, as there been a lot of momentum behind him.
Mm-hmm.
But I was completely wrong, as you called it. You said Kevin will win on this one.
Yeah. So my original thought was for Elimination Chamber that Kevin Owens was going to face up against Logan Paul specifically for his title in Elimination Chamber. We know that that was a rumor at one point.
Yeah, but where it's confirmed now that it will not happen.
Yeah, especially since that Logan Paul will also be an Elimination Chamber, which
That
I
was
skipped a little bit ahead.
Yeah, 2 matches forward is when he qualified, when he beats down on the Miz.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that crowd hated fucking Logan Paul.
Oh man.
Um,
And I think a lot of it behind it is what he said on social media, where he just basically attacked Utah,
yeah.
and he's like, Utah, I don't want to go to Utah.
Utah of all places.
Yeah, buddy, you're from Ohio.
Yeah. But the match that we skipped was also another qualifying match for the women's elimination chamber of Selena Vega from the LWO and Tiffany Stratton. This is where we had the Legado of El Fantasma come down and by the seats.
Yeah.
And start distracting. And then the LWO came down and it was all a mess.
Bianca wasn't sitting there yet,
no,
was she?
No, that was
okay.
the doubleheader. The doubleheader part.
Gotcha.
But with that distraction, it was enough to get Tiffany Stratton to win. And surprisingly, the rookie, the newcomer, gets the push and is going to be in the Elimination Chamber for this Saturday.
I see a lot happening with Tiff.
Yeah, she is a great performer. And then we go to the main event, which was really a promo.
Yeah, it was just a promo.
But what a promo it was. It starts out with the bloodline coming out, them talking their smack, and acknowledge me.
Acknowledge me.
And boy, did I.
Oh, yeah. No, I had my finger up, and even Paco was just like, aren't you going for Cody? And I go, yeah, I am, but still.
Yeah. And then Roman Reigns talks, and then he introduces The Rock. The Rock took so long, I thought he swerved us like Carmelo did on NXT. I'm like, oh, he's BSing us. He's pulling our legs.
Yeah.
And then The Rock comes out with what everybody's been chanting for, the Hollywood Rock character, which we need to do a reaction for because you have not seen that.
Yeah.
Boy, was one, the crowd goes crazy with The Rock.
Mm-hmm.
And then
two, we just have the first solid confirmation of what is The Rock doing, and now he's in the bloodline.
We'll get more into that later too. But yeah, he comes in, he talks his smack, definitely Hollywood Rock-ish, as he shuts everybody off, telling them to sing along is over, starts talking about trailer trash this.
Yeah, he's like, you guys broke the biggest record. You guys hold the biggest record
in Utah.
For the most redneck inbred trailer park trash. Oh man, was I rolling, and I filmed all of it. Well, mostly all of it. He started rambling for a little bit,
but it's classic Rock. And in the end, he ended up with, if you smell what the bloodline is cooking. Now we have some ideas that we will talk about later. Uh, this doesn't show the doubleheader.
Yeah, because the doubleheader comes out.
This Friday,
Yeah.
so we're not gonna talk too much into it. Which is, I will say, Braun Breaker will make his debut on Friday Night SmackDown. Much awaited. Man, that was great energy.
I popped a blood vessel.
Yeah, we all lost our voices. It was great fun.
Oh yeah,
It was so much fun. But with that, we're not going to talk about the double header part. What did you think of the show?
I definitely liked the show that was televised that night.
Mhm.
It was a very great match. We've been one other time to wrestling, and it was Monday Night Raw.
Mhm.
Paco specifically said that he liked Raw more, and I can see where he liked Raw more, but SmackDown, I think I like SmackDown more overall.
Okay. Well, Raw is also a longer one, and two, Cody, which is his guy, is in Raw, so that is his thing. To me, this one was a little better. For the reason Roman was actually fucking showed up.
Yeah.
And The Rock showed up.
And The Rock had...
This was also my first time seeing The Rock live, by the way.
Yes, this is my first time seeing Rock in person.
Considering I've been a fan too for the longest time, it was electric as he is known to be. It was so good. Love him or hate him, he gets a loud reaction. So with our rating, I'm gonna give it a fingers up. It was very good. What you think?
I'll give it a fingers up. Are we going to be at least rating the second portion?
Right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, we could do that. The second portion, I think the people were burned out.
Yeah, I think a lot of the energy was burned out. Because we just had this awesome promo. We had awesome fights. And then we got what we got.
Mm-hmm. I will say the Braun Breaker match definitely brought the energy back, even though it was a squash. I did like the tag match with the Authors of Pain, the second one.
That one was much better.
Yeah, because the first one was a blowout. It was a squash. I don't know. I rated 2 thumbs up, maybe a thumbs and a half. It was still pretty good. It was just the energy was drained as people were dead ass tired.
It would have definitely been a good first portion, not the second portion. I give it a thumbs up.
Yeah.
But I think the energy just wasn't there for the fans. I mean, for the most part, it was a pretty silent stadium.
The ending was really hot.
Yes, the ending was really hot.
We'll get more into that on Friday because there was a few surprises and a few other things that we don't want to spoil for you guys. But it was definitely, the second portion was a thumbs up to a thumbs up and a half. If the match quality, or even if, I don't want to say because I'm spoiling it, if certain things would have changed, it might have brought more energy back for sure.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, but regardless, great show, good times. Can't wait for the next either WWE, AEW show to come around because we're definitely going. With that, let's go on to some other wrestling news because we got a lot. This weekend, actually, also that same night, Friday in Florida, NXT had a debut. Brogan Finley, son of WWE legend Fit Finley, and brother of New Japan champion, IWGP champion, global champion Dave Finley, made his NXT debut. So it seems this is the second, fourth generation superstar here from the Finley family, as they've been known to be wrestlers for a long time. So congratulations to him, and if he's anything like his father, he's gonna be hard hitting. I still need to show you some of his matches. They're great.
Yeah, we talked about it, and I'm pretty sure Finley's name is still wrote up there.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. So we'll get one of those here soon. Also returning to the ring after a few years of being absent, Velveteen Dream Patrick has returned to the ring. So he famously he was let go of WWE. It was a controversial situation that we're not going to get into. And he disappeared really out of social media, out of the wrestling ring, out of public eye for a few years because of it.
Gotcha.
So he recently apologized for it. I think it was clarified that it was not what it was said to be, so it's all cleared up now. But regardless, he's back in the ring. I'm excited. Hopefully, he could be back on TV soon, as he is as flamboyant as he is.
Mm-hmm.
He's that intense in the ring. You might really.
I really like the flamboyant, hoppy, jumpy.
Oh. Well, not only that, he has this flamboyance where he's like almost like peacocking it to the extreme.
Yeah.
But
Like kind of not necessarily Seth Rollins peacocking.
more.
More?
Ooh.
Ooh, I might like this person.
Yeah. But and then he backs up in the ring. He's a great performer. So I'm excited to see him back. I'm glad everything was cleared up now. Also, we got some more unfortunate news here as NXT star Nikita Lyons has been injured again after just coming back from a ACL injury. Yeah, so it seems like she's back on the shelf. I think she's been back for a month or two and now injured again.
That seems about right. I think we talked about when she came back.
Yeah, it seems weird because this is the second female superstar that's been injured, came back, and injured right back with crap, I can't remember her name right now. But yeah, this is the second one in NXT that's this happened. So something's going on there, or just,
What are they putting in the water?
yeah, exactly. But we wish her the best. Hopefully, she's not as bad as before, and she only needs to take some recovery time, and she'll be back.
Minor injury stuffs.
Yeah, hopefully. Also, in AEW Rampage, we had a scary injury happen as Sammy Guevara landed awkwardly and hard on Jeff Hardy after shooting star press. After the show, it looked like Jeff Hardy was wobbly because he landed on his head.
Yeah.
It was weird. It looked bad. But it also showed Matt Hardy and Jeff Hardy both flipping off Sammy Guevara at the end of the show.
Nuts.
So it might be time for Sammy Guevara to change his move, his finisher, because when he does do it, usually it's you go straight up, straight back, but go forward.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
So you're going forward with the backflip, and then
I've
you're
seen
landing
it.
on. Yes, but he does it in a weird angle, because I think that's the way he has to do it.
Oh yeah, because he does like a rotate too, huh?
So what he does is he's going forward and back, but he shifts a little.
Yeah.
Which is weird. And I've seen it happen before, but also injuries have happened because of that. Maybe it's time he finds another finisher. Just because you could do something doesn't mean you should.
Yeah.
You know? But hopefully it all works out. I'm pretty sure that he's apologized. You know, shit happens. It's part of the ring. We're moving fast. It's action on the fly.
Something can go wrong really quickly. Like one of the matches that we saw where he couldn't catch the rope in time and
he went through.
Yeah, no, you just see him like ragdoll full out of control.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh wow.
The thing is, he's that strong. He caught himself, ran through that fucking rope anyways, and continued going.
It was a cool moment.
Yeah. But regardless, injuries happen, botches happen. Remember, this is not a real fight like a combat sport, but this is still real people doing real stunts.
You still have meat slaps, man,
and getting really hurt. So it is still real. It's not, nothing is fake about it. The injuries aren't fake. The landing is not fake. It is not a combat sport, but it's still real.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that. Moving on from that, let's talk about tonight's Raw. Actually, right before we go into that, I forgot I put this in the bottom. AEW, AAA specifically, star Vikingo, who was their champion for a long time.
I keep yawning. Sorry.
No, you're good. It's been a long day. I get it. Vikingo, who's also had one of the best years in wrestling all over in Japan, wrestling in ROH and AEW, and all over the States and in Mexico, representing La Lucha Libre hard. Unfortunately, it looks like he's going to have knee surgery here soon as he got injured in one of his last shows. And apparently he's needed surgery on other things here. With his style of wrestling, extremely high flying, it comes with the territory. So I think he's gonna be away for a while at least. So T's and P's to him. Hopefully he comes back to the ring quickly. Jeez, you're really tired
Yeah,
today.
I'm ready to pass out now.
Yeah, get a piece of candy. Maybe that'll get
Ugh.
it.
Thank you,
We
thank you.
should- but now let's talk about tonight's Raw. Here, I'll go into mine. Tonight, confirmed Cody Rhodes versus Drew McIntyre to start off Raw. Also, to be on Raw, the IC title will be defended. Gunther going up against Jey Uso. I know you're excited about this as you're big backing of Jey Uso here.
Oh yeah, man. I love Jay.
Yeah.
When we were at WrestleMania, I keep saying WrestleMania.
Raw.
When we were at
Oh,
SmackDown,
SmackDown.
I was really hoping to at least even see a Yeet shirt, but there was only a no Yeet shirt,
Oh, hell no.
and I was pretty upset about that because I was like, I want a Yeet shirt, man. I want to support my boy. But yeah, I'm definitely on the J side.
Yeah. I would like to see that because I think, like I've been saying for about a year now, I think it's Gunther's time to rise.
Mm-hmm.
And Jesus Christ, are they taking a long time to pull that trigger? But regardless, we will see tonight. Also scheduled for tonight is R-Truth, The Miz, and DIY, Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa versus Judgment Day. I think the Judgment Day is gonna win, or it's gonna call into an all-out brawl.
Mm-hmm.
And just no contest. This will be fun. Then there's gonna be a last chance battle royale. What last chance? To be in the elimination chamber for the women's number one contender.
I thought they already had all the spots filled
Nope,
out.
there's one left.
Okay.
TBD, the last one. It'll be announced tonight. Also, rumored to return Raquel from her health scare. So maybe she'll be the one to be.
All right.
She's a big Mexican monster. So I'm excited for that. Also, the last match scheduled at least, Chad Gable versus Ivar from the Viking Raiders.
Man, it'll be nice to see one of the Viking Raiders again. We haven't seen them since SummerSlam.
About that time, yeah. Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah. And I think Ivar is probably my favorite of the Viking Raiders.
Really?
Yeah.
So I'm not a big fan of what they are now. When they were in New Japan, much better character. They had more to shine. So right now they've been pulled back a lot.
No, they're kind of just side characters right now.
Unfortunately. With that said, then we're gonna go over a few cards here. Oh, excuse me. Just got the hiccup. For this Saturday, the 24th, WWE will have their Elimination Chamber pay-per-view, or whatever they want to call it now. For the first, one of the matches already confirmed for the most part is the Elimination Chamber for the number one contendership for the women's world title. Already announced and confirmed Becky, Bianca Belair, Liv Morgan, who I know Carlos is excited about.
Oh, yeah.
Tiffany Stratton, that qualified on SmackDown. Naomi, who also qualified on SmackDown. And the last one is going to be the winner of the Last Chance Battle Royal, happening tonight on Raw. We're going to talk about that, what we think here at the end of these cards readings. Then the other Elimination Chamber match has been totally confirmed. It's for the number one contender for the World Heavyweight title, Seth Rollins' title. Already confirmed is Drew McIntyre. Jesus Christ. No, I'm just playing. Randy Orton.
Jesus Christ is there.
Bobby Lashley. LA Knight. Kevin Owens and Logan Paul. The last two who qualified this last weekend on SmackDown.
Saw it live.
Exactly. Then also confirmed for that show, the Women's World Champion Rhea Mommy Ripley. Oh yeah. Versus Nia Jax. Also confirmed to be defended there. It's going to be the undisputed tag team titles, champions being Judgment Day, versus British Strong Style, which we saw on SmackDown as well.
Oh yeah.
Excited for them. They're very. Oh no, that was also in the second part.
That was in the second part,
which is a great match actually.
Yeah, it was the better match
of the second part. Yeah.
Yeah.
Their energy, the way they hit, The chops, the finger
Oh yeah.
cracking was great. Also, already confirmed the Grayson Waller effect, which is this little talk show from Grayson Waller.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, little talk show. Already confirmed is Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins to appear in it. Talking about who knows what. And rumored, this is just rumored,
Mm-hmm.
Jay will go against Gunther again for the IC title. Who would have it then? And can Jay come out victorious?
And we're gonna be hitting that into our predictions.
Here in a bit. Actually, we talked about already the WrestleMania 40 card. Nothing has changed. Only 2 matches have officially been confirmed. Bayley versus Io for the WWE Women's title. And Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes for the WWE Universal title.
Mm-hmm.
Probably after this weekend, we'll have a crap load more confirmed. But with that said, let's go into some predictions. You want to go first, sir?
I will hit some predictions. So, mine are specifically oriented around the Elimination Chamber that will be happening on the 24th.
As are mine.
And I'll start this one off, and then I'll kick back to the WrestleMania one.
Okay.
So for the Elimination Chamber heavyweight title, I have 3 predictions. Yes, I know out of the, 6 wrestlers?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, out of the 6 wrestlers, doing 3 potential winners isn't very...
50%.
Yeah, it's 50%. But I have my reasons behind it. This is how I have it of who would win and why they would win. First, I have Drew McIntyre. And the reason I have Drew Mac is if he gets re-signed, then I see him going for number 1 contender. If Drew didn't re-sign, then I have Randy Orton. And if for some reason they don't pull Randy Orton, the only other person I see is LA Knight. The whole reason why Kevin Owens and Logan Paul are in Elimination Chamber together is to build story for what I'm assuming is WrestleMania.
That's what I'm thinking too. That's my second prediction. But I'm gonna piggyback off of you. I don't think they have a chance in hell to win, to be honest with you. They're in the match, they have a chance.
Yeah, they have a chance.
But in reality, I think they're gonna build 2 WrestleMania for them to have a match, like as you said.
Mm-hmm. I feel like they're going to target each other in Elimination Chamber constantly.
Agreed.
And I almost see Kevin Owens maybe being the first and him going against Bobby Lashley, then Logan coming out, and then Logan bullying Kevin, and then LA coming out, Bobby turning his attention to LA, and then Drew Mac, and then Randy last.
So...
But that's just a complete Spitfire guess.
So with this one, I have Kevin and Logan. They're gonna be the thing that's gonna build for WrestleMania on that part. I also know Bobby Lashley already has a storyline going into WrestleMania with the Authors of Pain, Killing Cross, and their faction, the Final Testament. What I don't see is LA Knight, Randy Orton, or Drew McIntyre having already a storyline. The only one I kind of see is LA Knight and AJ Styles.
Mm-hmm.
But AJ Styles is not around. Maybe he comes here and interferes somehow. Randy and Drew. It could be either one.
See, I've been talking about this for the past few podcasts of Randy needs to be pushed, but where is he being pushed to?
Exactly. See, the thing is, I also know if Randy wins, the match him and Seth Rollins could have,
oh, yeah.
it could be amazing. Because they already had a WrestleMania match 7-8 years ago. Fuck, I don't remember. But they had a great match then. I'm pretty sure they could duplicate or better it. Drew, like you said, it all depends on his contract status. Because also, remember, Seth is also on a contract status too.
Yeah.
That it all depends what they're going to do. We're going to give you our picks on Friday regardless on that. So we have a few ideas here. My other prediction is with... Oh, I brain farted so hard. With Jay and Gunther possibly having an Elimination Chamber match.
Mm-hmm.
and me predicting earlier this year during the Royal Rumble that Jay and Jimmy will face at WrestleMania. If that does happen, I see Jimmy costing Jay the match here if it does happen at Elimination Chamber.
Yeah, I see that. So as Jay and Gunther's match is rumored right now, how would you say that they're even going to get there?
So somehow tonight, I'm pretty sure Imperium is going to get involved. Is going to get into a DQ or no contest
Imperium's going to mess with them.
tonight.
Okay, yeah,
Tonight.
yeah, tonight.
Yeah. To cause a no contest or disqualification.
I didn't think about it that way.
You forgot about them, didn't you?
I forgot about Imperium.
Yeah. So I think that's gonna happen tonight. They might put a stipulation on the Hell in a Cell match, either to lead to no DQ or whatever, giving the green light to Jimmy to come in and cost Jay the match, for Gunter to retain, and that leading to two of my predictions. One, Jimmy and Jay will face at WrestleMania.
Yep.
And two, Gunther will face
Braun freaking
Yep.
Breaker, man.
Braun Breaker.
Ooh, I want to see this so bad. They are both massive men.
Yes. And the one that I see beating him, besides maybe almost, is Braun Breaker.
Yeah.
So
it makes sense to me. Originally, I had Jay taking Gunther's title, and then Braun Breaker signed, and I think it just obliterated Jay's whatever. But it still shows that Jay is able to contend against somebody like Gunther.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's not necessarily like a stepping stone, but like you have a hero character that needs to prove his worth,
Mm-hmm.
and Gunther is the guy to have Jay prove his worth to.
100%. I think if it does happen in Elimination Chamber, I think he's gonna have Gunther beat. Somehow there's a distraction, and then it reverses that. But I think it's gonna be a great match regardless. You have any more predictions?
So I have one for WrestleMania now with this new Rock signing on the Bloodline.
Oh, okay.
So it's a little bit of a hot topic right now, and because it's so hot, it almost makes me worried that it might not happen. But I have The Rock makes Roman lose the title to Cody specifically.
Ooh.
And if not, I'm fully expecting a power struggle because The Rock holds himself higher than Roman, period.
Agreed.
Emotionally, physically, metaphysically. The Rock is already here in popularity, and then you have Roman here. I mean, they're not too far off, but
I think you're giving Roman too much credit.
yeah, maybe a little bit. But with the promo that we had where Cody picked Roman, we had a 5-minute segment where The Rock was absolutely obliterating Roman.
Mm-hmm.
So I see The Rock kind of trying to consolidate power, and basically causing the downfall of the Bloodline, because we've been talking about it for a while, about the Bloodline falling apart.
Yep.
And with The Rock coming in and challenging Roman in a way, I still think, and not necessarily at WrestleMania now anymore, but it's still to be determined, The Rock's still going for Tribal Chief.
Mm-hmm. I agree. I think that will happen. As a year ago or something, Kevin Owens said the only way to get to the Bloodline is from the inside. The Rock is inside now. That
Sami Zayn tried to do it.
Yeah. And he got Jay out. He got Jay out. So that's part. I think The Rock will finish the divide. And I have a feeling Solo Sikoa will be on Roman's side. The twins, Jimmy and Jay, on the Rock side. Jimmy will be coming around. And Solo Sikoa, when he sees Roman Reigns down, close to the end, he's going to betray him.
Yeah, I see that too. Paul Heyman going to Braun Breaker.
Oh, yeah.
We talked about that last time, I think.
Yes.
Yeah. I just think that this is a perfect time for the bloodline to basically fall apart.
Yeah, agreed. So exciting. There's so much stuff. And then my last prediction I have is Bianca Belair is an elimination chamber with Tiffany, who I predicted they're gonna have a bit of a match or some beef with each other since the Royal Rumble where Tiffany was pulling on her hair to stay alive at the Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
So I think they're gonna have a match at WrestleMania somehow.
I definitely think that this elimination chamber will help tell us where they stand.
And usually WWE does that. The last few pay-per-views is where they set up for WrestleMania.
Yeah.
So
I will definitely be watching that pretty close on how Bianca treats Tiffany Stratton.
oh, they're. I think Tiffany Stratton's getting whipped with the hair at the elimination chamber.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
She's like, you thought this was to save you?
It's gonna whoop your ass. I love it. You have anything else? Predictions? Entertainment?
Entertainment. I have something the Mandalorian movie.
Okay.
Skull and Bones finally fully released, and it looks like, from what I can see, all of the haters decided to drop the game, and they're not there, and all of the fanboys are the ones that are now being like, oh, this game is great, I don't see the problem with it. I still see the clips, and I say, how do you quantify this as a playable game? But it's just not my game, and I can see where it is some people's game. I'm still not for anybody even close to paying $70, and a lot of what I saw too is the community was just like, $70 is a bit extreme for this game. Like, oh, I really like this game. This is me reading somebody else, not me being myself. I did not like the game. I'd like to put that,
clarify.
Yeah. But the main issue that they had is it's still a $70 game. You have several games like Helldivers 2. That is a big thing in entertainment. Helldivers 2 has absolutely blown out the water of what people were expecting the game to be. Servers are constantly down because, or not down, but at capacity because there's not enough server space for people to play. It has taken the, not gaming world by storm, but by surprise, and it's a $40 to $45 game. So you have games that are proving that they don't need to be $70 to be a, as what Skull and Bones put, a quadruple A title, which is an absolute joke and mockery to what any A-star rating for games are.
I don't know about any of that stuff, so
Yeah.
this is all you.
Yeah, Helldivers, I will most likely be purchasing it and playing it with Lord Atomic here coming up soon.
Nice.
It seems like a very cool game. I'll tell you about it later. I don't know if it'll be your kind of game. I don't know if it's first or third person, but
okay.
It's pretty interesting. What else was there? Back to Skull and Bones. Yeah, they don't need to. There's games like Helldivers and like Pal Worlds that are kind of showing the gaming community that you don't need to be spending $70 to create a game that people want to play. $45, $30, $20. Look at Lethal Company. Granted, it was made popular by a lot of streamers, YouTubers. It was pretty fun. People had a lot of fun playing it. I know Sadler played it for quite some time.
Nice.
At least a month and a half. And it's just these simple games. They don't need to be complicated. I think that we need to try and push away from the AAA titles. Call of Duty is an absolute joke, etc., etc. But now I'm getting onto a soapbox and ranting about where games are now. So that is all that I have for entertainment.
All right. Well, that's all we have for today, guys. Remember to join us Mondays and Fridays. We do our JoJerz Corner. And then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we drop reviews, reactions, and whatever else we decided to release for you guys. So check us out here on Twitch for the lives. and on YouTube with the same name, Joker's Wildside, for all the other content. Also remember to take everything we say with a grain of salt. These are just our opinions. We're two doofuses who like to talk about stuff we love, like pro wrestling, entertainment, games, sports, etc. You know. So if you get offended or don't like what we say, move along. We do not need you. You do not need to be here for listening to us.
Everything's a choice.
Yeah, exactly. Also, with that, remember to be grateful for everything you have, and be grateful for the problems you don't have. It could always be much, much worse. But other than that, guys, I've been Lobo.
I've been Jax.
And this was Joker's Wildside Corner.
See ya.
ya.